interactive habitat game that builds a community that focuses on the productive conversation about mental and physical conditions. So to jump right in, this is going to be our login screen. So this is going to simulate what a user sees for the first time when they log into our app. So let's make a username. I'll put my first initial and last name. And then for the password, we'll just make it 123. So let's create this account. And here we're brought to our home screen. So immediately we're brought to our garden right here, which is the fruits, and our idol, which is this bear. And this is the stuff that's going to incentivize the user to grow their garden and stay on our app. So let's go look at the graph screen first, right here with this button. And here we see a graph of our previous entries. So this could be something that an experienced user will see. So somebody that uses this app a lot, they get to see their summary from the prior week. And they'll also see a helpful graph to see how their mental and physical health has been tracking the last couple of days. So let's go back home and let's get to the meat of our app, which is the daily survey button here. So here they're asked a series of screens and questions to help understand for both the user and for the app about how you're doing mentally and physically. So let's start answering these questions. So how's your mind today? I'll put about a 5. How's my body today? Let's make it a 4. So let's continue on through this app the next question and slide we're seeing is what emotions are you feeling? So here we have the option with this button and this add feeling section to add more feelings. So let's say I'm feeling excited today. And to add this new emotion, let's go hit the plus button. And it's added to the list, and we can click excited, and let's say I'm also happy today too. So let's go on to the next button. And here, this is the screen that asks to click where you're feeling discomfort. So this is about more physical health. So here we can click on areas of the bear, and it will highlight and for the user and for us as well to see where you're feeling discomfort. So right now this is hard coded, so there's only one button that works, and this is gonna be for the stomach. So the stomach right now, let's say I have a stomach ache. So we'll continue going to the next slide. And the good thing about the survey is that if you're not comfortable or do not want to fill out a section, you don't have to. So this section is very similar to the first emotional section, except it's more about asking about physical symptoms. But let's go ahead and skip it to show that we can in fact skip it. But we're agreeing with a warning, and it says that once you click submit, you cannot change your answers. So since the last slide in our survey, we want the user to know that once the survey is submitted, you can't go back and change your answers. But let's say we're okay with that, and we're greeted with this reward screen, which shows us the incentive for our app, which is these 50 coins. And using these coins, let's go view our inventory. Here we see what we currently have in inventory. So we have 50 berries, 40 carrots, 50 bananas, and 70 potatoes. But with those coins, we can buy seeds to plant more crops and make our idol happy. And as you can see here, give to friends and also give some of our rewards to our friends. So let's go back home and let's revisit the statistics page. Because here we see that the graphs have been updated. So since I put a 5 for my mental health and 4 for my physical health, we see that the graph has changed as well. And also we see that our current entry has also changed. So we see that we put excited, happy, and skipped feelings, and also had a stomach ache. So let's go back home, and let's go click on our last section of our app, which is going to be this friends page. So the friends page will greet you with all your friends in these little houses with their icons. And for friends that have given you a notification, we see this mail and open door notification to invite the user to go talk to their friend. So let's click on this and let's see what our friend wants. So it looks like here that the pig wants us to visit them. So if you click on no, you'll decline their invitation, and the notification will go away. If we click on yes, and we'll see here, we go visit their garden. So here we see that the pig is growing some burgers, grapes, carrots. We can share resources with them, but the biggest feature is that we can also chat with them. So right up here in the top right corner, let's go click on this chat page. We see that the pig has let us know that they are feeling discomfort in their hands and that they're stressed today. And we can type back and send the message. So type right here, right? But right now, this page has not been implemented because we wanted to focus more on the primary task of recording your own feelings and interacting with the friends themselves. So let's go back to their garden. And here we see here, and let's go back to the friends section. So now that we see that the door is closed, the notification has already been addressed. So let's see how we can interact with the users elsewhere. So let's click on this rabbit. And this rabbit here, we see that we have two options. I either invite them over or ask to visit them. So for the rabbit, let's say we invite them over. Here we're greeted with a screen that says that we've sent the invite request, confirming to the user that the request has been sent. So let's go back to the friends, and let's click on this rat here too, see what we can do with the rat. So here we're greeted with the same thing, where we can either invite them over or ask to visit them, but this time let's say that we ask to visit them. And similarly, we want to provide agency for each individual user. We sent the request to visit, but we haven't forced them to visit us at all. So let's go back home, and this button has been signified around every single one of our screens, and it signifies always returning to the home screen. But yeah, so that's the rest of our app. And the one thing I wanted to highlight is that since we finished the daily survey earlier, this says countdown till the next daily survey. So here we have 4 hours, 9 minutes, and 22 seconds till we complete the survey again. But yeah, so that's our app, and thank you for taking the time to listen.